Hello, hello. Welcome back, friends. Much love. Thank you for being here. I'm doing a couple different technical things, so let me know if there's anybody in the chat you can't hear me very good. Uh, but I think I did some ample testing, so that should be good. Where we left off last night, 5-0 on a timeless, or not timeless, standard metagame run. But this stream today is going to be mono spooky decks, so the only things allowed are like mono black, or maybe some black red spookiness, maybe some black green spookiness, or Duskmourne draft. Everything else is banned today in celebration of the Halloween season. Alright, so this is where we left off. This is our deck. Mono black aggro and standard with a demon package. Let's see what we can do with it. 2 more wins to get the 7-0. I would like to have 30 packs. That would be nice. There's a lot of timeless cards I want to craft. Alright, we're in the queue. Marina seems to be struggling to find a worthy foe for our spooky deck. Is too scary. Nobody wants to play against it. The only explanation. Here we go. Yeah, also I have some new tech for some timeless mono black deck and timeless that I've been working on. So I'm going to be going over that later too. Mono 1-drops, like this hand. Hand's great. We lead with a minor. Probably is going to be the most damage over time. Best attacker on top of everything else too, so seems good. Blue-red. Uh-oh. Probably going to be everybody's favorite deck. The Cauldron deck. See if they can stop this. Old Cauldron, sure. And let's go ahead and attack. Play the Sanctuary here since we have enough black mana. And that thing could start attacking soon, so I did want to make sure it doesn't have summoning sickness when I need it. And Vine Lasher, get a couple Vine Lashers. The opponent has a problem on their hands. See if they can get out of this. So many 1-drops. I doubt they play Fire Magic main, but probably post-board. They'll have to deal with Fire Magic. Might as well save that for after blocks. Oh yeah, they wanted Vivi to go to the graveyard. Makes sense. Alright, we'll deal 3 here. Pass, I guess. I'll animate the Soulstone Sanctuary at the end of their turn. And then Quantum Riddler, okay. So they're going to get a lot of mana this turn. Let's see what they can do with it. They have Winter Night Stories, that could be a problem. Comes Prosthetic Memory, so they're going to get even more mana. Oop, okay. Just too fast. Too fast for the best deck in the format. We want 4 Betrayals. That's the main thing. I don't know if we want any of these other stuff. Karsu Revenant is okay, I guess. Godstalker Warlock is also okay. Can probably cut a couple trajectories. I think the threats are all good. Annex is fine, although maybe a little slow on the draw. I'll trim an Annex. It's important to remove their creatures, so maybe I want to trim a couple of these. A draw. Yeah, I don't know if I want a trajectory over like Triumph or some of these other 2-mana spells. It's easy enough to trigger Void with this deck. When should I cut though for it? Maybe Sheriff or Long Goodbye? Sheriff misses like the Mako. Long Goodbye misses I think it'd be Sheriff. The only thing Long Goodbye doesn't hit pretty much is Riddler, which I mean it is kind of an important one, but we have other things to deal with that. This is not a good hand. But if I get a land, it's not bad. But I still have... I got a mulligan this. This is possibly even worse. I think we're going to 5. Okay. Work with this, I guess. Maybe I'm putting back Bloodletter, just since it's expensive. And like Trajectory. Or Vine Lasher. Problem with the Trajectory is I don't have any ways to trigger it, so if they play a big creature, I can't. It's just kind of dead. I guess Betrayal technically could. But I need 3 mana. I'm gonna try this. Not what we wanted for our plan, but it might work. Alright. Bomo. Discard Vivi, okay. That'll be a good target for Strategic Betrayal. Get one of their Vivis out right away. Be good. Basically a clean 2-for-1 right there. Riddler, drawing a card. And Mako. I probably want to just kill the Mako. It's not good for tempo, you know, or good for making sure I use all my mana, but if we can keep their board clear, that seems really important. Mako gets crazy if it stays out there. There's another one, sure. At least we're slowing them down. I think I want to start drawing cards here, so put the Annex down. Where's the tower? It's pretty good against Miner. Alright, what'd they do? I looked away for a second. They hardcast a Riddler. So there's a few options here. Ritual Chamber, if I do that, I could get blown out by torch, or not by torch, by into the Flood Maw. Do I want to kick the Vine Lasher, or do I want to play? I could do Vine Lasher plus Bloodletter here. It's another reasonable line. I'm just going for the demon. I'm going to make them have Flood Maw. If they don't have it, then we're in a pretty good spot. And it's always kind of nice when you can fade a Bloodletter until as late as possible to catch them off guard. Like right now, if they don't have a blocker for it. Okay, yeah, they didn't have Flood Maw, great. That's great. So we just have a wall here. Like, Riddlers can't attack. Opens up some opportunities for us to gain incremental advantage from the Unholy Annex over time. The Mako is does a good job of making the Malachor a lot worse in this situation. We just go for Bloodletter and start pressuring their life total. Still continuing to accumulate card advantage also. Cauldron. Nothing really to get with it. They don't have a Vivian there yet. Offs, sure. That could shake up the math on my 6/6 demon. They're looking for a Flood Maw, I know that for sure. Okay, so they have a... Okay. Oh, they blew the Fire Magic just to draw extra cards off the Riddler. Makes sense. There's something to be said about throwing the miner at them and then getting it back with... like, yeah, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kick this. No, kick this. Ah. Interesting. I'm going to attack with the miner. They can take 4. Or they can think about triggering Void or something like that. Alright, and then... Divine Lasher out. He's about to do 4 damage right here with Bloodletter, and they're going to take another 4 at the end of the turn. I'm actually going to decline because I want to get a Gatekeeper trigger instead of the miner right now. Okay, that's fine too. They can use their Cauldron on that. Don't mind that. Fine. Take 4. And they'll sack their Mako here. Take another 4. So they're in a tough spot at this point. Beam Core, pretty good. They're dead to a Gentle Breeze, though, and this deck doesn't gain much life, so it doesn't gain really any life. Not a thing that the deck can do. So they need to just remove my guys and build an overwhelming board state, which they're capable of doing. I mean, they have 10 power flying right now. I can attack this turn. Okay, FOMO. Doesn't have haste, though. Maybe they have a Wild Ride. Okay. Okay, yep, Torch. They're just, in case you understand what's going on, the Quantum Riddler, like the reason they're using Torch and Fire Magic, even though it's not killing anything, is because Quantum Riddler lets them draw extra cards when they have 1 card in hand, so they wanted to Torch before they drew their card, and then that lets them draw a bunch of cards. So they have multiple Riddlers. Each one sees that they have less than 2 cards in their hand, and so they get to draw actually 3 for every 1 card when they're at that spot. See, drawing 3 more. They've gone through like their whole deck. I have 44 cards left in my deck. They have 21. That's just how crazy that deck is. It just tears through. They have the life advantage, and that's, I think, what matters here. $14 on profs. If they have a Wild Ride, they might have me. Because I'm just so lucky these FOMOs don't have haste right now. They have another 16 mana. If they have a Wild Ride in their deck, they're going to be able to hit it. You know, they can draw so many cards here. Winter Night Stories. Okay, another Torch there. That's some confetti I saw flying through the chat. I don't know what that is. What's up, Brando? Dude, you see why people don't like playing Standard? I mean, it's just so boring sitting through this deck. I mean, the opponent's just been. I don't want to say it. Okay, sure. Like, just sitting through this for 20 minutes while they draw their whole deck and think about all the different lines, it's just boring. It's just boring. Alright, they're down to 12 cards. They've drawn 30 cards more than me in one turn. Dude, come on, can we just go? Can we get this over with? I have to sit through this. Alright. Yeah, I'll just play the Bloodletter. Not quite going to be enough. It's only going to deal 4 to them. Yep. Cool. I think I'm dead on board. Yeah, now I'm definitely dead on board. Maybe they deck themselves. Alright. That was fun for probably nobody, but cool. Let's see. Anything we want to mix up being on the play game 3? Thoughtstalker's a little bit better on the play. I think it's probably still just not good enough against this deck. I don't know, I kind of want to try it though. They really need to have their interaction in order to not die against us, so it can help. I had to mold a 5 that game too. I almost won still. Just remembered that. Let's try it like this. I'm gonna give the Warlock a try. Getting called in from the bench. See how he does here. I think it's important to be able to pick apart their interaction spells. But I don't want to bring in duress because I really need to make sure that I'm putting enough pressure on them. So we'll give it a shot. Get in there, you little rascal. Little lizard rascal. Um, heard that there's no sound. Somebody's telling me there's no sound. That'd be unfortunate. Okay, this is good. Good Thought Stalker Warlock here. Okay, good. Rando says he can hear me. Okay, great. I got a text from somebody saying that there was no sound, so I was scared for a second there. Lizard's coming through. Yeah, so this is where I want to get the torch. Nice. Alright. We're gonna, I think, take the torch. Yeah. Take the torch, try to keep the pressure on. Alright, so do I triumph or strategic betrayal? I think I just do both now. Doesn't matter which one I hit first. Scoop up their whole graveyard there. Yeah, I got a text from one of my close friends saying they couldn't hear me, so let's just check in. Maybe it must just be their technical problem there. Maybe they have it turned down. Alright. We have a bloodletter. Or we could just betrayal. Bloodletter doesn't do much for us. Maybe it does. Attack per... okay. Let's play a land. That's one thing we're doing for sure. Well, I guess if I was going to play the bloodletter... Okay. Oops, okay, I'm getting distracted. So what I should have done was play the bloodletter, play the land. But in lieu of that, maybe it makes sense to just betrayal here. Keep them off of their creatures. And then get in for another 3 damage here. And the fact that the Warlock has Menace just has increasing returns as we go here. Good, good, good. Really glad to hear that. Is there? Can you hear the fan in the background? Just out of curiosity. Drawing more cards. Got him. GG. GG. It is satisfying being that deck. That deck is so broken. Alright, so we're 6-0 in the timeless... Why do I keep saying timeless? I wish it was timeless. We're 6-0 in the standard metagame challenge. With spooky mono black. Okay, cool, cool. No fan coming through. Nice. Um, yeah, spooky mono black with Boomer, Gatekeeper, and Malker, which is like a card from like 2003 or something. Pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get 30 packs. One more game. One more game in the set. All right, let's play first. Uh, let's see. We need one land. If we get one land, we're good. We are on the play. So two like less than 50% shots at it. I don't like these odds really. Why do I feel like I'm going to keep it anyways though? I'm going to keep it. Want to mold to 5, so we might be able to afford to miss a land drop or two. This is going to be mono red, I would guess. Sure is. Get in for 2. Play a couple guys. Shoot the sheriff on the Needlekin. Classic. Classic, just tilting. Yeah. Like, no matter how much I hate this card, it's never enough. I went down to just 1, and then I still draw it when there's two outlaws on the field. The annexes are no good on this board. Then I'm just taking 4 damage a turn. Hopefully they don't have a lightning strike for my Cecil, but yeah, they do. It's unfortunate. We're just in an all-out race now. Hopefully they don't have a follow-up. They have another Needlehead. Wow. So much damage. Dude, I hate Shoot the Sheriff. I need to ban this card from my life. It's the worst card of all time. Okay. We're in a horrible position at this point. All right. They hit a land. GG. Alright, we're gonna bring in the Revenants. Those are really good here. Sometimes I like the rest in this matchup. It's mono red, but bring in the Revenants. I cut. Got some Bitter Triumphs on the play. I forgot what else I usually cut here. My hatred for Shoot the Sheriff is like blinding me right now. It's blinding my judgment. Maybe I cut that. Let's cut that. And one more cut. Cut an annex. Yeah, sure. Okay. Seems good. Play first. Fine hand. I wish I had a 1-drop, but I have 2 3-drops and a 2-mana removal spell. Not really what you want to be doing on the play, but it works. Okay, there we go. That works. Get a little bit of pressure out. Alright, so you have a Burst Lightning or a Shock. Ping him again. Extra 1. Let's get the Revenant out there, I guess, right away. I feel like it's likely to eat a Lightning Strike, but yeah. Raid, sure. If they're sort of just not going to pressure my life total at all, I guess I'll just play Annex. And then next turn I can pop a demon with it. Remember Heart Challenger. A little worried that if I play the demon, it could get. They cast this. They take control of it. Hit me for 6, 7, 8. Wouldn't even be the end of the world if I do that. Yeah, I like that play. Could get hit for a big chunk here if they do have that. I forget what it's called. Oh, they just scoop. Okay, sure. Can't beat the demon. Now I'm gonna draw. Maybe I want some more removal. Then again, maybe not. Maybe this is fine. I'm almost tempted to bring in Strategic Betrayal just because it doesn't cost me life or a card like Bitter Triumph, and it actually hits their early creatures that I need to hit. Unlike Shoot the Sheriff. I should probably play Shoot the Sheriff anyways. I just... Yeah, I don't want to... It sucks when they have an opening with like Hired Claw and then Needlehead, but it hits almost everything else in the deck, so probably good enough. I'll trim a Bloodletter for a third Annex because I could do it for another removal spell too, but it's just a little bit more of a liability on the draw against this deck. Kind of trying to hedge our bets. We're still trying to get under them and get the aggressive draw that we can do. We have more 1-drops in them. We have a lower curve. So we're actually usually more aggressive than the red decks are. A lot of times we can be on the front foot, which is kind of an interesting thing you won't necessarily expect when you just look at the deck, but oftentimes red is the defense here. This is not a good hand. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. This I can keep. Yeah, interesting. So I go turn 1 Vine Lasher, turn 2 Vine Lasher, land Cecil. And I'll probably put back a Bloodletter. Either Bloodletter or Annex. They're both pretty good here. I wish I didn't have to put a card back, honestly. I don't know. This one is just more expensive, so I'll put it back for that reason. Minor changes things a little bit. Honestly, so does the Hired Claw. Because now I maybe just want to play Cecil to block. try with the miner and get some beatdowns on. See if we can start racing them. I'm taking 4. Hopefully they don't have lightning strike. Screaming Nemesis. That's a problem, but okay. We'll just start taking 3 per turn. What we have to do. I think I want to put the Vine Lasher down and get 2 blocking bodies. This situation. I like the colors on this token, it's pretty cool. Bloomburrow had was such a bright, like, fun set. Like, the colors on it are just cool. Art. Alright, we're gonna block here. Oh, block here. So they have a spell. This goes up to a 3/3. I got one of my guys. This could end badly for me if they have a burn spell. But if they have a burn spell, they likely then, if they use it on one of my Vine Lasher blocks, then Diesel gets to survive, which is a big deal. That's really what I want to happen. So, let's see the outcome of that. It's most important right now. Or they just have 2 and then we get totally blown out. Okay. That was like the worst possible scenario, yeah. Be bad for us. Yeah, that's probably game. I think I should have boarded it a little bit differently. They came out of the gate fast on the play, and I just was a little bit trying to race them, and it didn't work out. Alright. Well, we got a 6-0 run, so that's cool. But probably enough standard for me for now. The metagame challenge is nice because you get all the packs, but man, just I don't really enjoy standard that much right now. So, I always switch to timeless. I think I do have some interesting. I have some new thoughts on some of the decks I've been working on in timeless. Let's go ahead and rip these packs though first. See what we get. Phenomenon recorder. Okay. The Omen Pass stuff is just kind of cringe. Siriema, cool. That's a playable card. 3 Final Fantasies. This is the one that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks, Randy. Yeah, it was a pretty solid run. I can't be too mad about it. Yeah, like I said, I do think I could have played that game 3 differently, or boarded differently at least. Ether Drift. Ether Drift is good to open because I didn't draft this set at all. Wow, this is a good one. Look at this. These are like three playable constructed cards that I opened out of that. That's really nice. Really nice to see. Monument, Verge, Ketramos. Some gems here for foundations. I did draft a bit of foundations. That's fair. Outlaws. This is another one that I didn't draft at all, so basically just I'm always opening up stuff. What is this? He's playing my shuffle their hand. It's a Time Twister. You get to choose though, so it's kind of can't like punish them with Narset or something like that. Vein Ripper, my first Vein Ripper. This card's crazy. What's up, Dizzy? Spooky stream. We're here, we're spooking. Oh, nice. On theme. Skeleton enchantment. That's pretty spooky. I think that fits the bill today. Spooky skeletons. Alright, cool. So, timeless. Let's switch to timeless here. This is my updated list for mono black slop, mono black mid range, whatever you want to call it. People say it's not a mid range deck because we have 4 Chromox, 4 Dark Ritual, but I can see that argument, but I do think it's mid range because we're winning. Like we're interacting a lot with the opponent, and we're winning with just like random creatures that cost 2 or 3 mana. So I think it qualifies as mid range as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, a couple tweaks. I just added another Voidwalker, and I added another agent, and I cut some of the more fringe cards I wasn't playing that much. The Enchantment Destruction spell and the Filigree Silex, I cut those for some more threats that also disrupt the opponent. I'm working on green-black also. I'm actually gonna do like a whole deck tech on and comparison between these decks on my next video. Kind of weighing out the pros and cons of the green splash or just staying mono black, and talking about the deck a little bit more in depth. But yeah, let's go ahead, start playing some play a little timeless, mix it up. Play first. It's almost there. It might be reasonable if it's like if I'm up against show and tell or something. But I think I should mulligan this because it doesn't necessarily play magic. If I had a reanimate, or if I had a dark ritual, or if I had even a single land, I would keep it. But I don't think one land's enough right now. It's awful tempting though. It's almost there. Trawler, Urborg, Troll. Work with this. I put back what, the Slasher or the Troll? It depends on what they're playing. I don't know yet. But the Troll helps me get my land to make sure I can cast One Ring eventually, but that's kind of slow. Slasher is something that puts pressure on them right away. It's kind of nice with the Thoughtseize. I only need to draw like one more land to do it. So maybe I like keep both and put back like Bowmasters. Bowmasters definitely plays though. I'll put back the Slasher. It's such a mid card kind of anyways, so can't feel too bad about that in general. Alright, well, Thoughtseize. It's a mirror match. We have a Strip Mine, a Chrome Mox, Dark Ritual. If we take the... Yeah, they have like just a much better hand than we do of the same deck. If I take the Chrome Mox, they can't necessarily Ritual for a while. Takes them off their mana. I guess we'll try that. They're just deciding if they want to grief me. Probably do. So they're probably just deciding what they want to exile. They're going to grief, they're going to take my One Ring. It's unfortunate, but we can live with it. We have 3 more in the deck. Not casting it for a while anyways. Took Trawler, okay. I can see that too, because they want to reanimate their grief eventually. That's... Oh, I have Urborg. I totally forgot about that. That was so dumb. Actually. Okay. Yeah, my whole plan was like predicated on the idea that I didn't have Urborg out. And that they couldn't tap their Strip Mine for black. So that was just silliness on my part. Yeah, sure. Take 3. We lost unless I draw like a Dark Ritual here. And it really was my own fault, so just totally forgot about the Urborg. And I should have played the Goblin first. I guess I didn't have the luxury to do that because I had to play Urborg to see their hand and know what they were on, but Dark Ritual? Nope. I'm not stripping them here because if I get to 4, That's my only chance of winning. They're probably going to strip me, though. Because they know if I get to 4, then cast the ring and possibly come back. Alright, GG. Yeah, I just punted that one. That was my bad. 100%. So... In the mirror... Surgical is fine. A couple fatal pushes, maybe a deluge. This is usually what I bring in for mirrors. I think you can cut some thought seizes. I think cutting chrome box is pretty reasonable. Games tend to slow down post board and be more about value and stuff. All right, let's go with this. Play first. Another pretty bad hand. Optimal this. This is playable. Okay. Same thing again, except this time I actually don't have Urborg out. So we're gonna dump our hands. And there we go. Hopefully this Baraglyph can bring us home. They want to strip, that's okay. It makes my Baraglyph bigger. I would be off black mana, but this, like I said, this Baraglyph might just be enough to get us there. Did you an Urborg? Better be lucky than good. Of course. Exile grief to grief. Interesting to see if they block here. Probably not. They have an Urborg this time, so that allows me to cast Dothy Voidwalker. Which is kind of cool. A little slow here. I could also troll for another swamp, which would be nice. We're just bros. We use each other's Urborgs to cast spells. Mono black bros. They have reanimate on grief, or they could reanimate my troll. It's fine, but they're gonna die really soon, so I don't really care about that. The troll is like not good here for them. That is not what they need. Here. All right, GG. We'll go to game 3. I want to still playing the Deathrite version. The Surgical is better on the draw, you know? Not that good, though, honestly, in the matchup. It is a little bit better on the draw, because it can interrupt, like, a turn 1 troll or something. Or, like, yeah. Doesn't do much against turn 1 grief, though, really. I think I'll cut it out. I just... they are playing the Wary Zone Guard strip mine version, so getting those strips is actually pretty good with Surgical. It gets to that point. Alright. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Try it like this. So, Surgical is in for now, but just barely. Just barely. Okay. Being on the draw in this matchup is usually pretty scary. So, we'll see what they do. Grief's coming out. Coming in hot with a Grief. Exile a Shield Dread. Tells me that they either are really low on mana or they have another shield. It's typically not a card you want to discard in this matchup. Okay. Hitting a reanimate there is kind of nice. We have to go about it this way. I put the strip mine out because I need to protect my Urborg. If they strip mine my strip mine, I'm like totally fine with that. Okay, yeah, this is the part where we find out that they had another shield jet in hand. Oh no, they have one ring, okay. Okay, yep. That is gonna be rough. Gonna be hard to beat. Go ahead and pitch the troll. Get a swamp. Drew Grief, that's a little not quite there yet, but we can't use it yet anyways, so that's good. And I can reanimate Troll and just try to pressure their life total. Like maybe they don't have a removal spell that can hit it. So I strip and reanimate Troll, and then just try to see if we can kill them before the One Ring gets them too much advantage here. We have them on like a 2, maybe 3 turn clock, depending on how much they want to use the ring. Try to throw them off kilter long enough that we can get a temporary advantage. Ancient Tomb is good. Okay, but it does cost them life to use Chromox. Okay, they have a Fatal Push that they exiled with it, so that can tap for black now. They don't have green for Death Right. I think I have to just throw my hand away and maybe see if their last card is a good one. Could be a land, but I also could just die. Very close to dying. I don't think I have a hope of... Yeah. My only chance. We're gonna go for it. The Fatal Push, okay. So take 2 here. And they're going to take 2 again next turn. Or 3 next turn. And then the troll hits them, so... If they don't have an answer for the troll right now, they're dead. Another One Ring would do the trick too, I suppose. What do we got? Suspense. Going into slow rolling. The final turn of the game. Final turn of the match. Animate Voidwalker. Okay, so they have 3 blockers. That's their plan. Triple block. Masters. That is so lit, dude. That is such a good draw. Two, 4, 6 toughness. So I attack with the troll, they block with everything, and yeah. Fortunately, Bowmasters doesn't quite get there this turn. No blocks? Wait, what? They have a removal spell? Why did they block? Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that was just an error on their opponent's part, but I think we had them either way. That kind of the last second error there where they probably just skipped priority past blockers too fast. But I think we had them with the Bowmasters anyways, most likely. Most likely, at least. All right. I'll be right back. Just a moment. Gotta get some fresh air for a second. But I'll be right back. We'll do some more timeless busted magic. All right, you guys ready? Yeah. Do another one of these. I don't know if I can. I want to do the standard challenge while we have it. You know, because the standard challenge is how you get more timeless cards. That's the thing. That's the thing about that. That's how they get you. Guru Island. This guy knows what's up. Reese Nielsen. The Guru Islands. Those are legendary. Absolutely beautiful. I think they're. How much are they? Are they $500 a piece? No, $1,000 a piece. Best islands. Let's see here. This is a good hand, I think. It's good enough. It's a little slow, but we have a Thought Seize. Hopefully that can buy us time. And we have Ancient Tomb, so we can get the One Ring. We can go like turn 1, Thought Seize, turn 2, Slasher, turn 3, One Ring or Grief. I could also exile Trawler to Grief and go that route. Kahira. What deck plays Kahira? Okay, it's like a Blink deck. Spell Snare is dead against us. Teferi is okay, but not too worried about it. Solitude and Subtlety are probably... It's going to be one of those. It's got to be Solitude. It's just too good against Slasher. And I'm not going to Grief yet, but I might Grief next turn to clear the way for the Slasher. We'll see. See how it's looking. Alright, we have another land, so I think I am going to do that, in fact. See, this right here, this is why you don't want to play Fetch Land Mana Base, because what I'm doing right now is, like, this is just so good. And I mean, you can't do this with, you don't have this level of flexibility with the Fetch Land Mana Base or with the green-black deck. That's why I think Mono Black is supreme. I don't think I want the Grief back. Fine, but it's also whatever. Slasher, let's go. They can bounce Slasher with Teferi, which is kind of annoying still, but... Oh, another Slasher, okay. They could have a Mana Drain or something like that. It's like the only reason I'm reticent about playing Ring now. I think I'll play the second Slasher instead and go for the Ring next turn. Play a little safer in case they have a counterspell. Get him to the Ages. It's got like a blue-white control deck or something. It looks pretty cool. Pretty sweet brew. I definitely respect anybody who's trying to make control work in this meta because it is not easy. Not easy to do. Jeskai control type stuff. Okay. So we didn't see any fetches, but it's safe to assume that they have fetches. Right? 3-color mana base with shocklands. Blue. Blue also, so yeah. I think Oppo agents will be good. Take the Voidwalker. I mean, they don't do graveyard stuff, really. Maybe I don't need the Voidwalkers. It's just a nice, like, kind of threat. Cheap threat, but... You can play Flute, but I don't think that's good. I mean, Teferi doesn't really... His abilities aren't really the thing you're worried about with Teferi, you know? I don't know. I don't think Teferi is worth bringing Flute in. Just for that. They have all elementals. I didn't see anything worth fatal pushing, and they don't have they have Kahira, so that really puts there's probably not that many cheap creatures I didn't see. Everything has to be basically an elemental or like a cat or whatever else. Menagerie of random things. Alright, so what's gonna be the last couple cuts here? I want the full Thought Seize, I want the full Grief. Yeah, I mean, maybe Chromox? Chromox does a lot on post board. The explosivity of it is nice to have, but post board things slow down a lot. And you need to have card advantage. It's probably more important than speed in a lot of situations. You could cut a Bogart Trawler too. Probably doesn't do much against them. All right, let's try it. I think maybe I should have brought the Voidwalker back in. Maybe. Or the third Voidwalker, I mean, over the Trawler. Whatever. I couldn't really figure it out in time. It's a new deck to think about, and I have a lot of cards that are kind of bad against like white removal. So yeah, I could have brought out Slasher. I could have brought out what's the other one? Troll. There's lots of cards that aren't good against that. Let's mulligan this. No black sources. This is fine. Kind of a perilous choice here, what to put back. I want the Strip Mine, I think, because they have Jeskai mana. It's almost like kind of almost Tomb, isn't it? No, it can't be Tomb. Araglyph sucks, but it like does something. You know, it's like a guy that goes out there and puts pressure on him, so I kind of need it for that. Especially since I can get it out so fast with this hand. Yeah. I think I'm just putting back the basic swamp. This is weird. But Chrome Mox, huh? It does allow me to turn 1 Thoughtseize plus Goyf. There's so many choices here. I'm gonna Thoughtseize. Oh no. Let's Dark Ritual. Let's Dark Ritual. Now, Thoughtseize. Into the Ages, Ribald Shanty. They have a lot of ways to get Chorus going. Kind of burned my my Dark Ritual there, kind of for no reason, but I think it's okay. I have enough mana to back it up. I just wanted to like clear the way and see if I had the opportunity to hit that spot, but since all they have is one land, one Flood Strand right now. I don't know. Yeah, I think you could argue that I'm not playing this ideally right now. That would be fair. Bring it back. I can't cast a spell until they draw another land, but either way, they're going to get wrecked by this Strip Mine. Let's just cast it again. I want to... Grief would be nice to cast, but holding up the Strip Mine is really powerful here, so... That's better. We can Grief next turn. We got the Exile Teferi. Okay. Kind of funny. We've been playing Magic for like 5 turns with... They haven't used a single mana yet. Yeah, my turn. Let's go. Bowmasters. Seems like a good card to pass the turn with. And step Bowmaster. You have a Scolding, huh? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Kind of close here, actually. I don't want them drawing cards, I don't think. Topped. Nice, it's good. Very good draw. Potent top deck, Shield Dread. If I draw a Dark Ritual, then I would have wanted to hold this troll. Like, exactly Dark Ritual. But I think I like just hit my land drop here. Opening up some more opportunities for next turn. Interesting. So I could just get Grief back. Or like, oh, I don't have a Grief in there. Shield Dread or Bowmasters. Let's get Shield Dread. That's GG, yep. Just had them locked out for too long early on there. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, how about we do another one? From the draw, we have a Dark Ritual. Playable hand. Nothing wrong with this hand. Not exciting, but... Oh. So many... There's so much just like... Oh, show and tell. Okay. Turn 1 show and tell, huh? Gonna be like that, huh? Alright. You know, I can... There's kind of a nice advantage of just not showing them what I have here. Just scoop. Because I have now I have the advantage for sideboarding. You know, if they bluffed and they had like, if they didn't have an Omni or even like an Atraxa or something, you know, maybe they would run out of gas. But I think concealing the information is probably better. All right, old show and tell. Surgical, maybe not. You know, surgical is arguable. I think Barrowgoyf is too slow. And then the One Ring is too slow. And then I can cut, you know, some of these like random cards. Don't do a lot. It's interesting between Edict and Felder Profane because Felder Profane is obviously nice having that land, being able to make a land drop with it. But Shield Edict can actually, you know, like it can kill an Emrakul, it can kill an Atraxa if it game comes down to that. Bogart Trawler. I mean, it is a 3-1, you know? Sometimes I just need to beat them down. We can cut one Trawler, right? The deck doesn't even use the graveyard that much anymore. Alright, we'll go with this. Turn 1 show and tell, huh? Oh, it is. Kind of an awkward hand. Dude, I kind of hate Chrome Rocks a lot of times. Maybe I just go turn 1 Grief. Just go turn 1 Grief. Turn 2 Shield Dread. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm exiling the Shield Dread, that's why I said that. We'll go turn 1 Grief, and then turn 2 Strip Mine. I don't know, maybe that's enough. But we'll see. They have multiple show and tells in hand. Jeez. Crazy hand, man. Taking show and tell doesn't do much. So I guess I'll just take Emrakul. Oh, Shield Dread, nice. It's actually pretty sick. Pretty sick top deck there. Ah, fetching your land in response to my creature when I haven't played a land yet? Okay, alright, sure, dude. You don't know that I have a Strip Mine in my hand. Should've waited. Should've waited. Ah, last card Strip Mine. How can you not love that? That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Alright. Who doesn't love strip mining show and tell? I mean, come on. Yeah, so opponent just forgot that I still got to make a land drop that turn. And my last card possibly could have been a strip mine. Opponent on the play. As long as we don't get turn one show and tell. Alright, sweet. We did not. So have options here. I think we're best just passing. Take their stuff. They have 3 Emeralds in their deck right now, and only 1 Omniscience. 4 Ley Lines, 2 Sneak Attacks. So they're on the Sneak Attack version. 3 Mana Drains, couple Veil Summers. Opponent just scoops. I was going to take their only green land, but we have a salty show and tell player, which is they're a dime a dozen, honestly. Salty show and tell. Tale as old as time. Alright, since that was a short one, we'll do one more. More timeless. And then I think I'll take a break, but I'll be back streaming again later this afternoon. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just take a short break and continue doing some standard grinding. I don't know. If anybody has a preference, feel free to throw it in the chat what format you want to see. Opponent goes first. But we have a pretty good hand. Sequencing here is going to be interesting. Luris. Okay. Yeah, this is probably that Storm deck. Rakdos Storm. Haven't seen that in a while. I think they play like Underworld Breach and stuff like that. If it's reanimate Storm, then I just need to kill them pretty fast. So I think I'm going to go for a turn 1 Baraglyph and not worry about the 1 ring that much. We'll turn 1 Goyf and then turn 2 Trawler, try to clean up their graveyard so they can't get a big breach. Shield Dread's actually not bad here. Could have reanimated her, I guess. That would have been better. I didn't think about that. Went too fast there. But I think I'm going to Bogart their graveyard, just set them back a little bit. Dragon's Rage, Bobble. Or Steel Cutter. Okay, so maybe it's like a prowessy deck. Oh no, there's the breach. So yeah, they're like a hybrid storm slash like prowess deck. It's kind of a cool concept. Maybe we hit something good to reanimate here. Brief seems good. Just make sure they don't have anything dangerous this coming turn. You can let me know if I want to how I want to sequence here too. Yeah, they do have a breach. A Steel Cutter. Their hand doesn't really do anything right now. Steel Cutter is probably the biggest problem. I'm putting Shield Dread out before the ring here just because I want to try to close the door on them as fast as possible. And they need to draw cards to do their thing, so this really like puts the noose on them. Choke them out, not let them do their thing. Here comes Breach. They have a Bobble, they can get back with it as all right now. I think that's game. Get their Opal going. There's a Demonic Tutor. Still, I don't think they have mana. They just need to keep going until they mill another 0 mana artifact, I guess. Dark Ritual. There's an Opal. Opal's not going to do it because it's legendary, right? Yeah. Alright, GG. Alright, so against Breach. Red-Black Breach. Definitely want the Voidwalker. They're probably... They have fetch lands, right? Do they have Beseech the Mirror? I didn't see Beseech, but they probably have it. Yeah, they have Beseech because look, they're playing Vault of Whispers. That's the only reason to play Beseech. Oh no, they have Opal's another good reason too. Also, um, Disruptor Flute might be okay. I think Surgical Extraction is good. Disruptor Flute, I name Breach probably, or like Mishra's Bauble, or some of their 0 mana artifacts. I'm not sure about Oppo Agent. I think it's going to be a little too slow, especially on the draw. Edict, cut that. Let's see here. Argoy's pretty slow. I almost always trim a Chrome Mox on the draw or a post board. All right, I'm running out of time, so I was distracted for a second there. I think this should be okay. Try this. I wish I had a little more time. I probably should bring in more flutes. Sorry, I got distracted there by something. A message coming in. Opponent goes first. This is a very slow hand, but we do have a grief. I'll keep it. No fast mana though has me concerned. What they mill? Tendrils, Tutor, Opal. Attempting to take Chrome Mox because that's really important for their deck. I'm gonna take Baron Rivalry though because it feels like they're close to not having any gas. Take one. Let's go with the Voidwalker first. Oh, they have Baron Rivalry, another one. A lot of gas. The graveyard's getting big. Getting scary. Winds of Rebuke is kind of interesting. A neat choice. Arrowglyph sucks. I don't think I even really want to play it here. So I don't know if there's any point in Chrome Mox. I'd almost rather just have the bowmasters and the disruptor flute handy. I don't know if the Underworld Breach is even good to name with Disruptor Flute. I don't have a lot of experience playing against this deck. So, I can imagine that they don't really care. They just play Dark Ritual. Like, if they have Dark... Maybe I should name Dark Ritual, Something like that. Because you can just play Dark Ritual, like, get the Breach out, and it's a temporary setback, because then you just get the Rituals back again, so... Not sure if that was right. Let me know if you've played Timeless, or if you play against this deck a lot. What you think. Chrome Mox. Loris. It's a lot of gas. They have a Stitcher supplier in there still. I have a Troll. Troll is not good here. Aragorn actually would be good. We want to race, we can race. That is what Baragorn is good for. Yeah, see, it's barely even a setback. I probably should have named Darker. I don't know, they have so many things to name. Like, what do you even name? Maybe Disruptor Flute's just not it, Very, very minor setback. And they just ripped it off the top. Just ripped it off the top like a boss. Ugh. That's rough. Still trying to figure out. I mean, maybe it's just contextual depending on what they have in their hand. But yeah, they're gonna storm off and kill me here. Man, maybe I'm supposed to play the Voidwalker. That's so silly to just top deck a Breach right there. All right. I think I want the agents. Couple pushes seems good. Dude, flute. Just like I thought, it just didn't do enough. Just didn't do enough, but I think it has applications though. Like maybe I don't want to name Breach, but I want to name some of their mana spells. Chrome Mox, Dark Ritual, Opal, whatever they have in their graveyard at the time is probably the one that I want to name. It's interesting though. Breach lets you cast, right? Yeah. Cast this card for escape cost. Alright. Figuring this out. Surgical is still really good. I think Chrome Mox is good because we need to be fast. I think Barrel Goif is too slow. Maybe the ring's too slow too. Yeah, this is one of those matchups where I'm supposed to be just boarding out all the rings. Might be right. Yeah, I'll try boarding those out. Maybe we want the Goifs back. Another flute. Right like this. I got the fatal pushes. I brought those in just to basically deal with Dragon's Race Channeler. The card's just does a lot for them. Does a lot for them. If I had a black mana, this would be such a good hand. I don't think it's worth keeping to try to get one either. Alright. Not good. Not good. Okay, we have a black land this time. Down to 5. The opponent's down to 6, so I guess it's not the worst. But even then, this hand is very awkward. Like, Ancient Tomb doesn't cast almost anything. I have a Voidwalker that I can't cast either. Weird, but I think I back the Tomb. I don't know. Back the Tomb. We'll reanimate Grief. And we will hope to hit another black source for Voidwalker. I think that's the plan. Guess I take the Bobble just to try to keep them off of another card. Like, try to keep their resources low. Ritual for Luris, yep. Man. Maybe I should have taken the Ritual. That was... man. Yeah, I should have taken the Ritual here. Ah, that's brutal. Creep just does nothing. I needed this swamp for a Voidwalker. I need a Black Source, like, pronto. Okay. Take it. It's tempting to try to get them with an Oppo agent, but the Voidwalker is so much more important right now. I know they have a fetch land, but... wow. I messed up. I should have taken the Dark Ritual, dude. That was just... I think I just inexperienced playing against the deck. But this is crazy now. Sure. So, I don't know what gives me the best chance of winning, but this definitely isn't going to work the plan that I was on there. Sure. This has been a learning experience. This has been a learning experience. Now I know a little bit more about playing against Breach Storm. Ugh. Boy. Alright, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. And yeah, no, I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now. Not sure what I'm feeling. I'm gonna do the deck tech later about the green black and the black deck and timeless. But I'm a little fried for that right now to go in depth on that and to just start yapping for a while. So might do something a little more low IQ, like another another standard run. We got the black aggro deck again. I think that's the only. Well, I have three spooky decks. This Rakdos deck is pretty spooky, but it's unplayable because Rakdos mana is unplayable. Been liking the black aggro deck, and it's on theme for today too. So maybe we just do that again. I have another demons deck. This is like the more, I guess you could say, conventional or like mid-range demons build. Let's just try with this. I don't know. Mix it up a little bit. All right, let's jump in. The stream is currently transitioning into chill mode. It wasn't chill enough before. Uh, yeah. This is a bad hand. For sure, on the draw. I'm just gonna keep it though. Part of my logic behind keeping it is that I just kind of want to high roll since I'm playing. It's round one of the timeless metagame challenge, so standard metagame challenge. I want it to be timeless, but it's standard. Keep doing that today. And so I kind of just want to, like I said, just high roll and see if we can get there. And if I don't, then there's very little low side. I just sign up again. Buy back in. All right, we have no choices here, so I'll just play that card. Play my swamp. This is like so opposite of timeless. Blue black. Never seen a deck play Cruel Claws Heist and stock up. But seems pretty sweet, maybe like blue black control or something. What is blue black control brew? Sweet brew. I think I'll just run out the Bloodletter here. I don't know if that's right, but I can get it back with Archenemy's Charm if he destroys it. And I don't feel like wasting 2 mana this turn by just casting the bat. It's probably die to removal anyways. The end. Wow, that's so rude. The end on like my main guy. Just like taking notes, bro, or what? What's going on here? Come on. Let's keep it moving. Don't need to. I need to look at my whole deck for like 10 minutes. Alright. Here comes the bat. Take the cover up. Oh, I just slapped the mic. Sorry about that. Now we're getting beat pretty bad, but I like where this guy's head's at because he's in the spooky season, playing a pretty spooky blue-black control deck, and it looks like an original brew too. Like, never seen this deck before, so very cool. You know, the thing is, I should probably scoop, but the thing is, though, I do have an actual chance of winning if I draw like some Unholy Annexes here, because they don't have any counter spells, and that could. They also don't have card draw right now, so I could really just bury them. Card advantage. So that's why I'm still playing, even though this looks kind of miserable. But I have 3 Annexes left in my deck that could really take over the game. But I'm picking up what this guy's putting down. I'm digging this deck. Sweet, sweet blue-black control brew. Yo, pass 2 attackers. Okay. All right. I don't even think I activate the sanctuary here. It's just gonna die to removal. So. Just annoy him with these bats for a few turns. See where that goes. Just spamming bats. Alright. I'll allow it. He's got a Riddler? Bro. No way. That's gonna win the game for them. Honestly, sweet brew, man. Like, very cool deck. I'm impressed. Makes me want to go back to brewing blue-black control. I had some sweet blue-black control brews. But I'm not brewing in this format right now just because it's just like a dead format. Everybody knows that there's a stupid broken deck. And there's like a mono red aggro deck that can beat it. And then both those decks are really good, and then the blue red deck is miserable both to play with and against and to watch or anything. And everybody knows that they already said that they're going to ban something from the deck, basically. They said there's a ban. And that's coming in soon. I can't remember exactly what day it is, but I think it's like less than a month or something. So it's like nobody really wants to invest in a deck or brew or anything like that right now. I should have actually, I think... okay. No, I actually messed that up. What I should have done was I should have held the Arch Enemy's Charm up. Kept that in my graveyard till next turn. Because I was forgetting that the Riddler... It sees itself. I really wasn't getting myself ahead on cards there. But I forgot that the Riddler has both a static ability and a trigger. So when it triggers... So I could have in response... I thought he was going to draw 2 cards either way if he wanted to. But I actually could have in response to the trigger exiled the Riddler, and then he would only draw 1. Because the Riddler wouldn't be on the battlefield. Or when the trigger resolved. But that's cool. Oh, this is the cat lady? Nice, dude. This card was sick in the Spider-Man set. I know they ruined it with whatever this is, but whatever this skin is that they put over it, but Black Cat, that's what it was called. Black Cat, it's a fun card. I got it during pre-release. Really fun. They only took 1 card though? Can't you take 2? 2 of them, but they only took 1? Did they take a swamp? Oh. Weird. Okay. Alright. We'll make the play this turn, though. We'll make the right play this turn with the Arch Enemy's Charm when they try to recast their Riddler. That's pretty good. He's protecting his, protecting Quantum Riddler. So I can bring back Cecil and a bat, probably. That's what I should do. I could put 2 counters on this bat. I don't think that does anything though, because they're gonna have a 4/6. So. So he takes my bat, and then he takes my Cecil, and then I just have to destroy the bat to get the Cecil back. That shouldn't be too hard. Okay, okay. Another swamp. What is this? Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Wow. Huh. Pretty interesting. And then it taps for mana, but you can only tap it to cast spells from exile. I've just been getting, like, dunked on by this red there, so I'm ready to scoop now, I think. I could have played around that better. But like I said, this is the chill stream at this point. Let's see. Saboteurs will be good. I can get Riddler with tactics. He's got a couple pretty big value creatures. This might come in handy. Most of his values seem to be generated from creatures. He did have Duress, or I'm sorry, he had Stock Up too, so Duress will be good. Cut some long goodbyes. Trail. Try this. Actually, I'd rather have another charm over the Shoot the Sheriff, I think. Yeah, this came out the gate, like ripping my deck apart with that exile removal. Play first. I'll keep. Go turn 1 Cecil without fear, because I honestly don't think that there is a black removal spell that can destroy Cecil on turn 1. Actually, just as I say that, Caustic Exhale could potentially do it. And I could be playing Caustic Exhale. I did see at least one dragon in his deck. Quantum Riddler is so sick. With my duress. Okay. Swing for 6. Jason. You exile a card from your hand. See what he chooses. Avener of Souls, okay. Yeah, that seems kind of bad against me. I don't play counter spells, so. Joke's on you, buddy. My hand sucks. The rest, and just seeing 3 swamps in there. Hey, Virtue of Existence. Nice. This is just a pile. This is like rare binder pile. This deck. Oh, nice. I got the Unholy Annex right after. It's very fortunate. Okay. And like blue-black, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of ways for blue-black to remove an enchantment in here. Or swamps. Shit. Hey, I'm not going to complain about Flood as long as I hit an Annex in there. But right when I need to. Yeah, he can collect evidence for Deadly Cover-Up, and that would be really bad with the Slasher. Strangely, I think I'm going to do Ruthless Negotiation. I'm just kind of playing around in sweepers. That is a good draw. Got a Swamp out of their hand. That's actually good too. That Virtue of Persistence that they're trying to get up to 7, and it's a control deck after all, so they like lands. Riddler. That's chill. I'm gonna probably take a card and then exile the Riddler. See what they have. Okay, Regent can sweep next turn. Sweep my whole board. So I have to stop that, but I think Just because I want the life gain. I'm gonna try this. Okay. And also that might bait him into using the end on Cecil next turn, which I would be totally fine with. In the meantime, I gain 6 life, which is actually nice here when I have this annex going. I'd like to hold off on opening up Ritual Chamber for as long as I can. So next turn is 2 slashers coming down. And unless I drew Deadly Cover Up, that would be good. Instead, I could just Ritual Chamber. Maybe I want to do that. Just check their last card. It's a swamp. It clears away. This kills them faster too. Alright, game 3. Don't think there's anything I want to change. Terminus is kind of meh. Basically, since they have so many exile effects, that the ultimate of transforming it is really not that good here. Maybe it's still good enough. Not everything, not all of the removal exiles. But I could put Tiny Bones in, or like a Demon Wall. Yeah, it's basically just a Mono Rock, but maybe that's good enough here. One goes first. I'm on the draw. This is a good hand. I wish I had a little more interaction, but hopefully we can draw some. That I guess counts. Question, do I lead with Bat or Saboteur? That's a Duress that's going to whiff. Nice. Good top deck there. So they're down 2 cards already. Got a Restless Reef. I'm gonna go Bat first. I really want to try to see if this Sunset Saboteur can take us all the way there. Do a Riddler. Exile Black Cat. This deck really does do... It goes hard on discard, that's for sure. Stock Up was a good rip, though, for the opponent. That might bring him back into the game. You need to dodge a sweeper, pretty much. Just gonna get a big 10 hit turn in here. And if they have a sweeper, we still have a chance, you know. Like, I mean, it's good for them, but we can still start coming back from there. But if they don't have a sweeper, then they're probably just dead. So they have a Terminus too. Oh, that's pretty good. They're not quite dead. Now they need, like, Deadly Cover Up. Just 2 removal spells. Here, Hope doesn't do anything. Opponent is deep in the tank. See if there's any possible outs, and there is not, so it's a good game, good game. Yeah, so that was fun. That was actually a pretty fun match. Definitely spooky. But that's gonna do it for me for now, friends. I might be back on today, or I might do a stream tomorrow. It kind of depends. It depends on how a few things shake out. But thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate everybody for being here. I had a lot of fun. Hope you all did too. And oh yeah, you missed the timeless segment. But I think it's you can check out the replay for sure. Appreciate you coming. I would stream a little bit longer, but I think I got to bounce. So but I'm planning to, if you're interested in timeless, I'm planning to make a video sometime over this weekend, where I talk about like I'm just gonna go into the green black decks, the ring slop black mid-range combo, whatever you want to call it, type decks. And I'm gonna do like a kind of an in-depth comparison of the different types, especially comparing mono black to green black and different ways to build them and what I think makes sense there. Just ran into a burn player on timeless. Oh yeah, cool. Oh yeah, thanks. That's awesome. I'm glad you found the channel, and yeah, the burn is fun. Yeah, Awesome. Yeah, welcome to the channel. And yeah, keep an eye out if you're interested in Timeless. I'll be posting some more videos on that. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Everybody, have a great day.